Good evening or good afternoon, depending upon where you're following us. And I'm so grateful to have you here with me tonight. I am Gina. I am a practitioner that has joined the network. I am part of the morning prayer team, so you may have seen me on the prayer calls. We are live 8:15 a.m. and p.m. on Mountain Time, and I'm part of the prayer team as well. This is my first Peace Circle, so welcome to my inaugural on New Thought Network, New Thought Media Network. And the Peace Circle has been near and dear to my heart for so long. I have been doing this for the better part of 8 years now. I am a practitioner at Concordia Centers for Spiritual Living in Rhode Island, and I have been doing the Peace Circle for our community, and here I am now on a global community. So I am so grateful for the opportunity to have you here with me tonight. And let me tell you a little bit about myself. As I said, I'm a practitioner. I am in the beginning of my third year of ministerial school at the Holmes Institute and loving every minute of it. I am an absolute lover of New Thought. I love our teachings. I believe wholeheartedly in the guidance and the love that it has taught that is within me that I can better give to the world. My background is I've been doing workshops and trainings for over 30 years, and I love working with people, and my personal mantra is helping people to find and radiate their own personal light. It's always there. Whether or not we realize it, that's another story. So the Peace Circle is where we come together to be that peace we wish to see in the world. And there's a lot of things when it comes to peace that are kind of cliche. You know, there are people that believe, well, of course I want to be peaceful, but they're caught up in society, and it's nice to say, well, meditate, but if you don't know how, as I didn't know how, I was more of a part of the problem than the solution for most of my life. All I knew was chaos. I grew up in inner city Boston. My life was constantly on the go, and I had no idea how to be peaceful. But if you asked me, peace was so important to me. So, you know, for me, I want to see a peaceful world. I want to be in a peaceful life. I want to be that in my personal one-on-one relationships. And I also want to be an agent of peace in this world. We can only create a world that works for everyone if we are living that knowingness. We have to be it in order to help create it. And that's what the Peace Circle is for. In the course of this hour, we will come together and we get to be the message. We get to be in a place of peace, to pull ourselves to a place. And I say pull because sometimes we have to pull ourselves out of the external and go within, into that knowingness. It doesn't matter what the storm is on the ocean. The bottom of the ocean, it is peaceful and still. Well, within us, that peace always exists. And in the course of this hour, it's recognizing through whatever the topic of the week may be. It could be love, it could be hope, it could be whatever it may be. It's using, whether it be relationships or whatever it may be, to help us get to a greater sense of peace within ourselves. Because I am no use to anyone if I'm not the best me that I can put forth. When I am in a place of being love, I am radiating love to the world, and I am lifting the world's vibration. And when two or more are gathered, of course, there's only one. But when we come together, that vibration lifts exponentially within that one. So as of right now, I just want to send a shout out to, I've got people making comments, and thank you. Good afternoon, Judy and Karen. Wonderful to have you here. And I am so blessed to be here. And I always start the Peace Circle with a poem that I wrote that I believe embodies what it's all about. I too have a dream. In my dream too, we all are equal, and not color, religion, nor income defines who we are. Neither country nor region defines us as kin. Whether 2 legs or 4, plant or animal, we were all created of the one creator, with no greater claim to borrow this beautiful earth. In my dream, we are all one, treating each other with love and respect, and living in peace. We are all truly awake, knowing our purpose, to share love and joy, and to uplift each other, and in doing so, uplift ourselves. In my dream, we each remember and appreciate each other, and truly understand that all is well. And it's knowing that all is well that brings us to that peaceful place. And today's topic, I figured we'd start out with the basics, and today's topic is being the change. You know, Gandhi said, be the change you wish to see in the world. And, you know, he actually said, mirror it. But it comes, we always see the common quote as, be the change. We are that. We have that within us. We have that knowingness. We can be that catalyst of positivity. And that can be in our relationships. It can be for the people that we love. It can be in our home, community, state, country, and the world. Right now, this is available live all over the world via YouTube and Facebook. It is one world that we're living in now. And we truly know there's only one mind that it's in. So often we live in that state of unconsciousness. We're going through it and reacting to life as opposed to creating the life that we choose to see. So we are here to be that change, to be that peace. Peace is defined in Webster as a state of tranquility or quiet. It's also a freedom from civil disturbance, as we've seen recently, which isn't a given. A state of security or order within a community, provided for law or custom. It's also a freedom from disquieting or oppressive thoughts or emotions. Again, a freedom from disquieting or oppressive thoughts or emotions. So being at peace is claiming our freedom, our inherent freedom, which is that divine quality that is always ours, but we don't always use it. We always have the option to change our mind and think differently, act differently, therefore be different. And the third one I wanted to mention was harmony in personal relationships. Everything that we do is an action and reaction. Every thought that we have is planting the seed into that creative process. We plant that seed, and how we think about it, and how we feel, and how we act, how we react is what we create in the world. So when we want to be that change, when we want to see greater peace in our relationships or in our personal life or in the world, we have to become that. And when I was growing up, I had no idea what that meant. I couldn't even sit still for meditation. I had to have an egg timer for 3 minutes, and it was painful just sitting there. I couldn't do it. I had not come from that background, and I had no concept of it. So we're here to grow that muscle, to consciously come together and be that change. Now, as you listen to this next song that we're going to play, it's called Sacred Love by Daniel Nahmod. And it's really, I invite you to listen to the words and be in that place of awareness, of who and what you truly are.
You are sacred love, sacred love is all that you are. You are sacred love, God, sacred love is all that you are. You are sacred love, sacred love is all that you are. You are sacred love, God, sacred love is all that you are. Show the way, God, show the way. I want to live in such a state of grace. Lead the way, God, lead the way. I want to live in such a holy place. Such a holy place. You are blessed peace, blessed peace is all that you are. You are blessed peace, God, blessed peace is all that you are. Show the way, God, show the way. I want to live in such a state of grace. Lead the way, God, lead the way. I want to live in such a holy place. Such a holy place. You are deepest joy, deepest joy is all that you are. You are deepest joy, God, deepest joy is all that you are. Show the way, God, show the way. I want to live in such a state of grace. Lead the way, God, lead the way. I want to live in such a holy place. Show the way, God, show the way. I want to live in such a state of grace. Lead the way, God, lead the way. I want to live in such a holy place. Show the way, God, show the way. I want to live in such a state of grace. Lead the way, God, lead the way. I want to live in such a holy place. Show the way, God, show the way. I want to live in such a state of grace. Lead the way, God, lead the way. I want to live in such a holy place. Such a holy place. You are sacred love, sacred love is all that you are. You are sacred love, God, sacred love is all that you are. Sacred love is all that you are. Sacred love is all that you are.
You are that sacred love. You are that peace. It is within you always. If it's ever there, then it's always there. And it's a practice to cultivate it within ourselves, to choose it consciously. I was not raised with peace as even something that we would bring up. Self-care wasn't anything that was ever talked about. There were so many things about well-being that I had never heard of. And, I've been a life coach at this point for over a decade. And, I work with people every day that have no concept of how to put themselves on their own to-do list. When I am tired, or I am hungry, or I'm angry, or I'm lonely, or I'm not taking care of myself, I am less able to be the person that I want to be. I'm not going to react to people the way I normally would. I'm not putting my best forward. When I haven't slept enough, when I am, burning the candle at both ends, I am not able to be that change agent. I am not showing up as love the way that I could. We're meant to give from our overflow. And there are practices that we can have that honor ourselves so that we can honor others. When there's something in someone else that I see that I don't agree with, I have a choice on what I do with that. And the only way that I can make that choice consciously is if I've taken care of myself first. I spent most of my life living reactively. And today I want to choose consciously. I want to create the life that I want to live in. I want to create not just the circumstances, but I want to enjoy the people that I'm with. Thoughts become things, and when I'm reacting to whatever's there. I'm not creating that life for myself in a loving way, but that's always a choice. So some of the things that we can do and that we in New Thought do, we go into our spiritual practices. We go into meditation. We go into, even journaling is a beautiful practice, because when we're still, we know. That is actually how I began meditation practice, was with the egg timer. And I would say over and over again, be still and know. Be still and know. I got the prayer part down because it was easy to pray. It was basically, when I was growing up, prayer was talking to God about what I wanted. Today, it's very different. That oneness with spirit, that relationship with spirit has grown. And it wasn't an accident. It's something that I work on. But it is the brightest part of my life. That knowing, that stillness, that strength, that poise, that peace is the greatest part of my life. And when I am still enough to listen, it's amazing what comes to me. We use things like visioning and treatment or affirmative prayer that we don't ask or beseech. We proclaim and know. Self-care is mandatory. It's not optional, and it's certainly not selfish. So there are so many things that we can do to give ourselves optimal care so that we can show up as the best version of ourselves. And in those practices, peace is one of them. It's cultivating those wisdom, the knowing of divine, those attributes, claiming them, knowing they're already mine, but consciously utilizing them. I spent most of my life running, trying to get everything done. I was raised with some of the false beliefs like, you have to work hard to get ahead. The harder you work, well, then something will happen. I'll tell you what happened. I got burned out and I got sick. Taking care of everybody else and not acknowledging my own grief and my own stuff. I ended up with 12 tumors in my kidneys, and I had to ask for help. I had to stay still because I had to heal. And I was blessed to heal and be cancer-free for years. And I am a miracle, without a doubt. Most people would have lost both kidneys, but I didn't. I have 2 healthy, perfectly functioning. So the miracles happen, but I had to be still to make it happen. I had to heal myself before I could be of any use to anyone else. So since that, which is at this point about 7 or 8 years ago, I am all the more trying to share with people what my lack of self-awareness brought me to. And the peace that I have found since being forced to be still is a gift beyond measure. It was worth going through the 2 years of hell that I went through to know spirit in a different way, to know how to be still and connect and know who and whose I am. So when we want to be that change, it's finding a way and choosing to be still. Because eventually, if we pull from every angle, something's going to happen. Something's going to break. And what broke was me. Dis-ease is really what it comes down to. Disease is dis-ease. And it doesn't have to be that way. We can choose again and again and again. So we get to choose how we show up. See, I believe that Spirit uses us to be the change agents. So when someone's saying a prayer for whatever help it may be, whatever message it may be, whatever hope or grace, the Holy Spirit uses us to show up as that peace, as that love in those moments that it's necessary. I want to be that. I want to be that change. Anything that I want from the world, I have to first be it to be able for it to attract to me. I have to be the consciousness of it. The law of attraction tells me that where my thoughts are what I'm attracting. So when I want a friend, I have to be a friend. When I want love, I have to be loving. When I want peace, I need to be peaceful. So as you listen to this next song, it's I Am the Place Where God Shows Up by Eddie Watkins Jr. And you are that place where spirit shows up, where spirit is that. What is spirit calling to you as you listen to this? What is spirit calling of you, to you, guiding through you?
Am I strong enough to bear the burdens that sometimes come living this thing called life? Am I wise enough to make the right decisions when I'm standing at the fork in the road? Sometimes I wonder and ponder only to realize I'm not alone and there's nothing I have to do on my own, because I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. Will I have enough to do the things I need to do to take care of myself? Will I have the health of mind and body to live a life of grace and wholeness? Sometimes I wonder and ponder, only to realize I'm not alone and there's nothing I have to do on my own, because I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place. I am the place where God. You are the place. Moves and breathes and has we are the place where God shows up. I am the place. I am the place where God. You are the place.
You are that place. You are that place where God shows up. And you have no idea how many people are waiting for you, are looking for you, or need you. And one of the greatest gifts that I've found is anytime that I've done service in a proper way, and I say proper way because for me that means that I'm not taking from myself, it's from the overflow. I'm not depleting myself. I'm allowing spirit to flow through me and as me, showing up in that wholeness as the best of me, and allowing myself to just be that catalyst of spirit. When that is flowing through me and I am living that or being what I'm doing, the purpose that I'm here to do, whether it's helping someone or whether it's something that I'm good at and I enjoy, when I'm in that flow of life, I'm happy. So often we go through so much. We're looking at that destination happiness. Well, when I have this, then I'll be happy. We're in a society of bigger, better, faster, more, and it tells us it's all out there. And in truth, it's not out there, it's in here. That's what's going to fulfill us. And so often we are so distracted. Right now, there are so many distractions. When we look at the state of where things are at in the world, as far as with COVID and how many people are in need or how much struggle there is, how much pain, it can be overwhelming if we're not grounded in the truth. What I see is not the truth of what is. What is love. Each one is eternal. That spirit is all there is. And when I know and remember that, when I trust spirit, when I really are in that place of faith, I know all is well, regardless of what I see. In our country, we see a lot of divide. I am not talking about ever doing spiritual bypass and pretending it's not there. I'm also not talking about not looking at it. Well, when I came into Science of Mind at this point, I want to say about 12, 13 years ago, when I first came into it, I wouldn't watch the news because it made me negative. So why would I purposely watch something that's going to make me negative? So I didn't pay attention. It was like I had my head in the sand. And I was happy-go-lucky, but I certainly wasn't being a change agent in the world. I was avoiding it. I was bypassing it. And that is not helping. It may help me in a moment, but it's not helping to change the atmosphere in which I live. I'm not being of service to anyone but myself. And even then, am I really? Because at that point, I'm allowing whatever to happen. When I want to be and create the environment that I live in, and I want to make that better for the world, I truly believe that it's really about being that aware in it, witnessing it, in it, but not of it. And when it comes to being that witness of it, I get that opportunity to show up as divine today to the best of my ability. Now, as I said, it takes practice, and there's readings that can ground you in that. And those are the things that I bring out. This one is Heart Thoughts by Louise Hay, who I absolutely love. Wonderful for self-care, anything by her, but probably my favorite book of all time is You Can Change Your Life. But the page that I'm reading, it says, I am at the center of peace. I affirm the following. The outer world does not touch me. I am in charge of my own being. I guard my inner world, for it is there that I create. I do whatever I need to do to keep my inner world peaceful. My inner peace is essential for my health and well-being. I go within and find that space where all is quiet and serene. I may see it as peaceful, deep, quiet pool surrounded by green grass and tall, silent trees. I may feel it as white, billowy clouds upon which to lie and be caressed. I may hear it as flowing, delightful music, soothing my senses. No matter how I choose to experience my inner space, I find peace. At the center of peace, I am. I am the pureness and stillness of the center of my creative process. In peace, I create. In peace, I live and move and experience life because I keep myself centered in inner peace. I have peace in my outer world, although others may have discord and chaos. It does not touch me, for I declare peace for myself. Although there may be madness all around me, I am calm and peaceful. The universe is one great order and peacefulness, and I reflect this in my every moment of life. The stars and the planets do not need to be worried or fearful in order to maintain their heavenly orbits, nor does chaotic thinking contribute to my peaceful existence in life. I choose to express peacefulness, for I am peace. And so it is. So I get to be that change. I get to be that. And when I show up and I see things, whether it be on TV or I talk to friends, and there's that feeling of, I get to choose to either change the subject or know the truth of a person. See, I know that when I resent someone, I'm the one that drank poison. When I'm angry, when I'm frustrated, when I get into all the stuff on the outside world, I'm the one that's suffering. The other person's fine. So, and even if they're not fine, maybe they are chaotic, maybe they are whatever, but I am certainly not helping any by being caught up in it with them. So I get to choose to recenter. I can do the spiritual practices. I can attend peaceful meetings or services that remind me of how to do that, how to be that. I get to choose, and I can be that difference maker. Because when I was hiding from it, I wasn't making it better. I was just denying it. And I spent a lot of my life that way, doing what other people told me to do and denying the truth of myself. So as we go through life and as we go through any given day, we can, I like the term, check up from the neck up. If I'm happy, I'm creating more things that are going to make me happy. If I'm not, I'm creating more things that are going to cause discord. And I know that sounds so simple, but check in with your emotions and determine what is it that you're feeling? What is it that you're putting out there into the world? And that's going to be the difference in which you get to say and do and be and create the life that it is you want to live. Ernest Holmes in Creative Ideas said, "This divine being is the breath of our breath, omnipresent, forever within us. Then we shall realize that we live in the eternal and perfect mind. This means that while we live in the eternal God who does not change, we are forever drawing from it the possibility of manifold expressions which make living interesting." So what he's saying on page 146 is basically everybody wants something different, and it's okay. You being different, you wanting different, you showing up differently doesn't threaten who I am. I don't have to change you to be at peace. I need to change me to be at peace. One of the things that I often remind myself of, and that my prayer is, fix my eyes. It's not about what I'm looking at, it's how I am perceiving it most of the time. I get to choose how I look at things, what they mean, and how I can help change them and make them better. If I am calm and at peace, I am able to change my thinking. If I am crazed and I am reacting, as I've done often, especially lately, when I see things that are just different than they've ever been. We live in what seems like utopia times. Like if this was a movie, no one would believe it. No one would have put it on the screen because it was so out there. When you look at what has happened in our capital a couple of weeks ago, and you think, I certainly would never have expected to have tens of thousands of National Guards at our capital, and to know that it was an internal. It was for our citizens thinking differently. I don't have to fight you. I can know truth. I don't have to argue with you. I can know truth. I can pray and be that change and know truth and know that there is a shift. When we come together, we help make that shift. And that page, it goes on to say, "I know that the changeless abides within me. I am calm and peaceful in the midst of confusion. I know that nothing disturbs the soul. Peace, infinite peace, is at the center of my being. I live and move and have my being in that which is perfect, complete within itself. That self is myself. There is continual, interesting variety in my experience, but it bows from and is an expression of life at the center of my being, which is always harmonious in its action." So divine within me and as me is always peaceful. There is that part of me that is untouchable. And when I am in that place, there is nothing. There is nothing that I need worry about. I am directed and protected, and all is well. It's up to me to keep myself in that place of mental discipline. You know, I, that word for the longest time, you know, there's a part of me that would be, I'm Italian and Sicilian. I have that fiery temper. I have that fiery spirit in me. And the word discipline felt like it was something that was trying to squelch me. And now I realize it's simply a routine. Discipline is a disciple of spirit. That's how I look at it now. I want that. I want to serve that higher purpose of good and be directed and know that I am directed and protected and provided for in abundance, that I am living that purpose that I am here for, that I am radiating that light that I am meant to, that each one is meant to, living as that love, as that peace agent. And in that, it's being disciplined in my thoughts and my words and my manners and my actions, which isn't always easy to do, especially when we're living in a world that looks nothing like it ever did before. And I am calm and I am peaceful at the center of myself. At the bottom of the ocean, it is always peaceful. Just like at the bottom and within us, that soul, that untouchable, shining soul is always there. And it's up to us to commune with it. And the last song that I'm going to play tonight is going to be Stand by Karen Drucker. And I invite you to settle in and listen and be in that place, asking yourself and asking Spirit, what is it that I stand for? What is it that Spirit directs me to stand for? And what does that look like? How do I show up as that today?
For years I would talk about how I wanted to change the world, but I always left it up for someone else to do. But then I finally realized I needed to take a stand, and that by changing my thinking I could change my life. And that's how I could change the world. So let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love, let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand. I'm gonna stand up for joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Love. I am a stand for joy. I am a stand. We are making a new world now. I know we are making a new world now. I can see it. We are making a new world now.
And we are making that new world now. And we're doing it by being present in the presence. We have that. As she said, by changing my thinking, I am changing the world. So think about that. There's only that one mind. And that mind is an info for what I'm thinking. And I can know it, and I can be it, and I can embody it, as each one of us can. And when we come together as that power source, I get to be that power source. What a gift that we can walk into a room, that we can walk into a conversation as a power source of love, peace, and joy. How's that for an intention every day? The last reading I have tonight is actually from Daily Word. It was December 6th of last year. And it says, peace flows through me and blesses the world. The light of God shines within all people. I pause to remember this truth as I consider the world and my relationship to it. Jesus said, peace I leave with you. My peace I give to you, in John 14:27. That same divine light that lived in Jesus is shining brightly in me. My peace is a gift I choose to give to the world. I bless the world by affirming the kingdom of God is among us here and now. It is through the Christ-centered awareness that I project a consciousness of peace. I live and move and have my being in the light, love, and peace of God. I expand my awareness of divine ideas through prayer and meditation. And I do my part to uplift the consciousness of the entire planet. I am walking in the light of God. And I am at peace. These are declarations that we get to make. We get to choose how we walk through this life. It's a gift. It's a gift of choice. It's a gift to know that we have the choice. It's a gift to be alive. You know, sometimes what seems like the greatest tragedies can be a catalyst for something new. I try to look at anything and everything that's happened in my life as a catalyst for something bigger. And for me, I've had a lot of loss. I've had a lot of people transition that were close to me. The first and the most major first one was my sister about 13 years ago. Only had the one sibling, and she was 37. And it was devastating. I'm not gonna, it was huge. And I never processed it because I was busy taking care of it. I never fully processed it. And miss her still. I know she may be in eternal life, but I miss her laugh and I miss her hug. And I know that I get to be here. I choose to be here. I am here. And I live every day with greater purpose because she's not. She didn't know she'd only have 37 years. I get to be here. Good came from that. I see life differently because I know how precious it is. I get to. I don't have to do all these things. I want to. I want to be aligned with those properties within me that are me. It's not a have to. I want to be that disciple of, because when I am aligned with spirit, I feel bliss, I feel joy, I feel love. My faith has carried me through anything and everything. And in this time, the one thing that I know, I've been taught all kinds of things. It's one thing to go to school, and it's another thing to live through. And I've been taught so many ways, even, as a life coach and my clients and all that I've seen, the most important things in life are not the things we see. We're so distracted in our society from the stuff, what we think we're supposed to achieve. Living isn't about achievements. Living is a beingness. The best stuff we ever needed were given at birth. They are within. And when we are that, when our vibration is raised in that knowingness, when I am aligned in that love, and I share that with the world, I experience the joy of spirit, regardless of circumstance. That is where I choose to be. And in this practice of the Peace Circle, that's where we get to come together and be that change. And I am so grateful to be on this platform, so grateful to be in a place that offers truth, solutions, empowerment, and light to the world. There are people that believe world peace, it's a bumper sticker. I believe it's truth. Each one of us, yes, we have our own vision of, but anything is possible. When people come together and consciously choose a higher vibration, love wins. Love wins. So I thank you for being here as part of that this evening. I thank you for being this catalyst of love, of peace, and of joy, of remembering the truth of yourself and of that divine spirit within you, that glimmering light. And I know where you are radiating that light right here and right now. So I thank you for being here with me, and I look forward to many, many Mondays with you again, please. And join me again. And, again, thank you, Karen and Judy and Erica, for your comments. We really appreciate it. And whether you're watching this live or on a rollback, you could reach me. I'd love to hear your comments. Reach out to me by email, gina@believeintoutoday.com. I'd love for you to let me know, any comments or anything that you may have gotten out of. I'd love to hear it. And I also would love for you to, consider if you were nourished by this platform. If New Thought Media Network is giving something to you that nourishes you, I invite you to, make a donation, where whether you call it tithes or sponsorship or whatever they offer monthly sponsorships. There's a lot of people that are doing that right now, but this allows us to bring new thought, Ernest Holmes, our teachings and truths out to the world. It allows us to reach a little bit further and carry that message of empowerment and good. I'd love to share with you a few more announcements that are just coming up this week. And I actually am starting another show on Thursday. So it's very exciting to have both of these starting on the network in the same week. The joy is in the journey, where we come together to find new ways to have fun and enjoy this journey that we're on. So often people are looking for, well, how do I get to that place of joy? That fulfillment, not to fill time, but to feel fulfilled. So every week there'll be different topics and different people that can help in holistic ways to bring that message of newness, of possibility. And this week I actually have a good friend of mine who's a Reiki master, and she's a nurse who found Reiki and found Ayurveda and found meditation. And she really has, Gail is also a practitioner, and she had made that connection between, mind and body medicine, and practiced the Reiki on clients, on patients in a hospital that she was a nurse in as well. So we're going to talk about, well, what is that and how does it work? And there's going to be a lot of different people coming through, all different types of things. Of course, next week is Valentine's Day, so we talk all about love. We talk about relationships and self-care. And I have someone that's a relationship expert that's going to be coming in. And, also a practitioner who is going to be sharing, her experience with people, but also, how to love ourselves better. What can we do for us? So there's a lot of conversations that are going to be happening there. And another new show, we've got Reverend Adrian coming on Fridays, waking up to the divine connection that connects us all. Conscious living connection. So this is another show that's going to be starting this week. This network is blowing up, and it's wonderful. It is a wonderful way to celebrate the truth, and I invite you. We have prayer every morning and every evening, 8:15 Mountain Time, 10:15 Eastern Time, which is where I am. So in the morning and in the evening, there is a 15-minute prayer. Join us for that positive blast, that message. AM and PM, 8:15 AM and PM, or 10:15 if you're in the Eastern Time like I am. And I'm part of that prayer team. Actually, you see me tomorrow morning at 8:15 or 10:15, depending upon where you are. And we just, pray together. Because when we come together in that truth, in that knowing, miracles happen. It's the only thing that's ever made change, is when we come together for that higher purpose. So it is a blessing to have you here. It is, it is a privilege to be here with you. And I hope you will join me next Monday for the Peace Circle. And we will come together to be the change we wish to see in the world. Blessings and love, I know are yours as you go on through this evening and through this week. I know that each one is guided and guarded, loved and lifted. And I celebrate with gratitude all that has transpired and the best that is yet to come. So I give gratitude and I say amen and blessed be. And so it is. Thank you. Blessings. Namaste.